Hey, keep on finding good people, making good habits and good experiences. Like the video, subscribe and enjoy your meme supplies. Friend, I dreamed I kissed my crush. My dreams. My grandma after she finds out I've been eating somewhere else. When a random old person starts talking to you but you have earphones on and don't want to be seen as rude. When you finish your exam before everyone but you still have an hour left with nothing to do. Dad, go ask your mom. Mom, go ask your dad. Saturn, named after a god. Jupiter, named after a god. Mars, named after a god. Venus, named after a god. Mercury, named after a god. Earth, named after dirt. Most food from 5-star restaurants. The stuffed crust pizza from elementary school. When the enemy that keeps on killing you with a shotgun finally get killed by your teammate with a shotgun. Yes, that's how it feels. Netflix after realizing that after the war they can make a bullcrap movie about a LGBTQ plus Russian and Ukrainian soldiers who secretly fell in love with each other. Putin's guards when they find out about the $1 million bounty. Batman waiting for the light to turn green so he can go beat up a clown with several mental illnesses. Russian army, we need fuel in our tanks to take over the Ukraine. I've already sold it all to Europe. Wait a minute, how do I plug a USB stick into this £2,000 MacBook? Apple. When someone flexes on your butt you know nothing about that topic. She's a purebred. Wow, a snail made out of bread. Dads when their son starts making good jokes and the girl next door gets pregnant. NFT. Non-functioning testicles. Interviewer, so tell me why you want this position. Me, I need dollar. Me, falls on the ground on my front. The ground. Fortnite V-Bucks. Robux. Being worth more than Russian ruble. How the war is going so far. Netflix waiting for the war to end so they can make a movie about a black Ukrainian guy that falls in love with a transgender Russian soldier. They don't want you to know this, but Russian tanks are free, you can just take them. Follow me for more life hacks. When my boss asks me at my performance appraisal why I always clock in at exactly 8:30, a wizard is never late, nor is he early, he arrives precisely when he means to. COVID masks mandate is over. People in 2022. When a fly notices that potato salad at the picnic. Me high as fudge listening the wind talk crap about me. Russia's economy slowly rising since the Cold War. Putin decides to invade Ukraine. I can't believe the West destroyed our economy. Dad, did grandfather steal a military tank during World War III? Mother fudger even insisted to sell that in scrap. Freaking legend. My father when he gets called into me school cause I had a fight. Him being told it was cause I defended myself against a bully. How speedrunners play with a cat. Russian tank without fuel. Ukrainian farmer with a tractor. War between Ukraine and Russia starts. Media, well boys, we did it. Corona is no more. Is this so-called military superpower in the room with us now? EU. Any country around Russia. Let me in. Let me in. Putin, we invaded Ukraine because once it was part of Russia. Britain. Everyone enjoying Elden Ring. Me. Bills, rent, insurance, food, pet expenses, plain dumb but. When you see sunlight outside but the clock says 10 PM. Steam. Updates. Me. What did the update do? Steam. Fire breaks out at major nuclear plant in Ukraine amid fighting. We are doing a sequel. Russians after hearing there's a $1 million bounty on Putin. Russians can no longer use Apple Pay, Google Pay, or use their bank cards to pay for Netflix or Spotify. Realizing the fragility of a cashless society and the corrupt elites that can turn it off and on when they want to control you. Being an artist requires only two things: art supplies and pain. Is my computer threatening me? Setup will continue after restarting you. Me trying to remember a dream 0.03 seconds after I wake up. Useless rulers. Mouse characteristics: 50 million click durability. My mouse when I click for the 49,999,999th time. I'm tired, boss. The British watching the news when Russia says you're allowed to invade countries you used to own. Ukrainian farmers unlocking the golden tractor after successfully stealing 10,000 Russian tanks. Me, I'm going with the flow in life. Also my flow. Ukrainian farmers when they see a Russian tank. Hippity hoppity, you're now my property. Ukraine authorities say seized Russian tanks don't need to be declared on tax form. The elites don't want you to know this, but the Russian tanks at the park are free, you can take them home. I have 458 tanks. Biden saying Iranian people instead of Ukrainian. Sigh, he has such a way with words. When you're waiting for your turn on a workout machine but the person is just sitting there scrolling through their phone. Boy. Ukrainian farmers when they see another Russian tank go by. Joker, killer clown. Bane, Mexican wrestler on steroids. Penguin, okay, so basically I'm very small. Putin, Ukraine was part of Russia. Spain. Me, I finally recovered from the fear of ejaculation. My crush, come again. Me. When you tell your parents to embrace their mistakes and they give you a hug. Hoods in USA. Hoods in UK. Fine dining in Russia 2020 Takalarized. Nobody. Teachers when they are helping the kid next to me. Murder documentaries be like, he was a nice guy. Until he wasn't. Ukraine watching Russia start Chernobyl 2.0. Ah crap, here we go again. Putin is trying to figure out how many rubles it will take to get his army back before it's too late. Ukraine farmers whenever they see an empty Russian tank. Another one. When the cashier draws a little smiley face on your receipt. EA. I'm gonna remove Russia's national team from FIFA and then release it as a DLC. Russia gets humiliated by Ukrainian farmers. US government. Yes, that's how it feels. Me on the train watching a guy defeat the rendered dragon on his phone. Me, drinks fire resistance potions. My boss trying to fire me. Unknown word appears. Me to Google, the fudge does this say? Hacker, I know your address. Me who didn't know it. Vietnam watching Ukraine humiliate another giant world superpower. When you plug in the charger just in time but your phone still shuts off. Ukraine was a part of Russia. We are just taking it back. The Roman Empire on their way to take back their land. Them, so, what are you looking for in a soulmate? Me, jokingly says a pulse. Them, why such high standards? Me. My last 4 brain cells preparing to make the worst decision in my life. Me going to buy mosquito repellent for my parents because I heard a lot of clapping noises from their room last night. Woman makes $45,000 weekly by selling her farts in jars then gets hospitalized due to squeezing out too many. Me trying to understand how COVID hung around 2 years and then disappeared in 2 weeks. I never snore when I sleep. My mum earlier. 4-year-old me with a healthy mental state getting dragged to school for the first time. You know you're old when you remember that, as a child, going to play with the computer meant drawing on paint. And it was awesome. And you always drew one of these bad boys. And then filled it in. Horny 9-year-olds when they clickbait YouTube title includes gone sexual. Nintendo when you pirate a 20-year-old discontinued game. I'm never going to financially recover from this. The ground after Ukrainian paratroopers land. Where does it hurt? Headache. Stomachache. Paying $64 in fuel to get to work and back to spend 8 hours and only clear $104. Ukraine once was part of Russia. We are simply taking it back. Queen Elizabeth II. I came here to sip tea and kick buttocks, and I'm all out of tea. How to survive a haunted house. Fire breaks out at Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine. Mayor says. Chernobyl. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. $1 million bounty on Putin's head. No flights to Russia. Ukraine is kinda winning. 5-year-old me walking into the store's candy section after getting $5 from my mom. EA removes Russia from FIFA games. FIFA game devs realizing that they have to press delete as well as Ctrl-C Ctrl-V this year. Russia money worthless. They hungry hair. They have kids too. Yes, it's not their fault. Gentlemen, I'm pleased to inform you that I asked my crush to prom and she said yes. My mom. My dad. Divorce. No, you can't just keep composing music, you're deaf. Haha, what? I can't hear you lol. Keeps writing. The ketchup bottle coming back from the 4th dimension when my mom opens the fridge. COVID for some reason after World War III is about to start. To all future history students who find the meme, good luck studying the 2020s decade. Putin, Ukraine once was part of Russia, we only take it back now. The dinosaurs, Homst has awakened the ancient one. People who don't know. People who know. My boss trying to fire me after I drink fire resistance. Me going to work knowing someone is making more by selling pics of their butthole online. Please ladies, one at a time. Russian guy sets a bounty of $1 million on Putin. What actually happened? The first guy to kill Putin wins $1 million. Me. My cup of water. Everyone, stop spreading violence and hate through your religion. No God teaches you to kill others. God of War fans. When your mom enters your room and you have 1 second to think about a sleeping position. Spider-Man building the home. Am I an a-hole? No, it's the international community that's wrong. When you're a 20-year-old healthy man in Europe and you receive a letter from your government with your name of it. When you take the risk of paying $60 for a game at launch and you actually end up enjoying it. If this guy says he's gonna nuke us, that's funny. If this guy says he's gonna nuke us, that is a little more serious. I prefer the real bad man. I said the real bad man. Did I stutter? Perfection. Keep your fancy wedding cake, I'm having a Viking meat ship. Everyone talking about Ukraine. Everyone talking about Ukraine and literally nothing else. YouTube. YouTube who brought back the notifications counter. YouTube after finally listening to its users for once and getting absolutely no recognition for it. Bully throws rock at me. Me who has paper. A Russian businessman has put a $1 million bounty on Vladimir Putin's head, calling for military officers to arrest him as a war criminal. Alright kids, guns out. Congratulations, you have seen 1000 World War III memes. You have unlocked Golden Ukraine. POV, you are the meme. Girls when I show them my anime body pillow collection. Strength, 10. Intelligence 0. Nestle plans to reopen Ukrainian factories and warehouses to help boost food supplies. Ukraine and the rest of the world. Thanks, Satan. Me explaining that God went from playing The Sims to playing Plague Incorporated. My religious sister. You and that one work friend getting ready to do nothing all shift. Russian troops right now. Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared. Putin. Ukraine was part of Russia. Alexander the Great. Guys, Russia just invaded Crimea. Who would win? Poo poo. Tintin. You can't write a 10-page paper the day it's due. You underestimate my power. Me the day it's due. Russia shells Europe's largest nuclear plant, starting fire. I'll freaking do it again. Mark Zuckerberg when a website asks him to do a recaptcha. Me trying to keep my sanity intact after losing 11 ranked matches in a row. China reconsidering its future plans for Taiwan after seeing Russia economy atomized. Have you ever simped for a cartoon? Kim Possible. Raven from Teen Titans. Me. No, I didn't simp for anyone. My brain. Speedrunner explaining me how he spares 0.006 seconds by jumping out of the car when he gets to a mission. What if 2020 isn't a bad year, but the start of a bad decade? Softly, don't. Know your parasites. Deer tick, dog tick, wood tick, lunatic. Literally the world. Stop the war. Russia. India. Pause it. Russia pauses the war for 6 freaking hours. World. Nuclear Armageddon. No one is alive to remember that embarrassing thing I did years ago. When you're waiting for a game to load but you have to sit through every developer's logo animation. Check out more meme supplies here. Remember to leave negative environments and negative people. They will hinder your success. I'll see you tomorrow.